What's up, folks? Long time no fucking see. It's been okay. Last time I recorded episode of TNE, July, August, September. It's been damn near 3 months. Damn near 3 months. And I know in the last episode of TNE, I was like, I'm gonna start back recording episodes every week, posting every week and everything. I'm gonna tell y'all like this: life happened, and uh, shit, man. I was just going through a whole lot of different stuff. Whole lot of different stuff. Um, as everybody know, each season of 10, y'all would do a Let's Talk. So I guess this would be my Let's Talk episode. Well, we're just talking. Ain't no uh subject matter or nothing like that. Um, before I go into what I want to say, um, first I want to give all the glory and power to the Most High God, Israel, for still letting me be here. Even though I be going through what I go through, you know what I'm saying? I'm still here. I'm still living. I'm still making it. It's all because of God. Nobody else. Another thing I want to say, uh, shout out to the co-creator of the Nerdvana Experience, Jay Jamal, my brother. He been living his life. Like we just been busy. But I'm gonna be full fledged back into this shit because this is what I really want to do. And I'm already, bruh, when it comes down to this content shit, I be getting motivated by random stuff throughout the day. Like when I be at work, I be in the car or something, I see somebody do something like, damn, that'll be a good idea for TNE. Or I see something on TikTok or like on social media, I'm like, damn, that's something I can talk about on TNE. But then I never execute it because for one, I'm in school doing what I gotta do for school, and then I'm trying to like better myself, and it's really to be honest, it's really kind of difficult because like I'm gonna say this: it ain't impossible, but it's difficult because like when you don't prepare yourself, when you young growing up, it makes it harder for you to navigate yourself when you get a certain age, especially if you waste your 20s and shit like I did. Like in my 20s, the only good thing I can honestly say that I did throughout the whole 10 years of me being in my 20s was taking care of my mama her last year of her life. That was the best thing I did. And at the time, I was so tired and was so ready to get through doing it. But in hindsight, uh, when I was born and all my life, my mom took care of me. So it was an honor and it was a privilege to care for her last year of her life. But that was the only thing I think I did good in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? Uh, what y'all been up to, bro? Like what y'all been doing? Like the Nirvanians, I already know something. And believe it or not, it was some people sending me messages on the email I had put, asked me when the next episode. I only got two. I ain't finna make it seem like it was a whole bunch of y'all, but it was only two. And I actually got one of the emails recently. What's today? Okay, it's October 19th officially. I got this like 2 days ago. Got it 2 days ago, and I was like, man, this people real deal missing TNE. Like, I went over there over J House and watched the SummerSlam. We didn't even do the SummerSlam TNE episode, like when me and him get on here and talk about what happened and shit. We didn't do none of that shit. So this episode, I know y'all already seen it by now by clicking on it. Name of this episode, I'm sorry, 2024. And it's just me apologize to all the Nirvanians who love this show, who listen to it, everybody who tune in and look forward to me saying what I gotta say, look forward to James saying what he gotta say. Uh I just want to say I'm sorry because I pretty much, I ain't gonna say gave up on myself, but I didn't put the energy and effort into to doing what I'm supposed to do as far as making content and doing this podcast and recording TNE. And to be honest, I never told James this, but he gonna hear this if he end up listening to it. And he be so busy, so he probably not even hear the episode. When my brother told me that he kind of fell back on TNE, he kind of gave up on it. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this shit myself. I told myself that, but it really kind of like it really kind of crushed my like spirits a little bit because the way I look at it, I was like, man, shit. I came to bro with an idea. Hey James, I got this idea. I want to do a podcast. He was the main one giving me the push to go do it. He like, man, go on and go do that shit. And I was like, man, I'm scared. What if don't nobody want to listen to what I gotta say? He like, man, just record this shit. He like, you never know what's gonna happen. And he right. I like it's people listen to it, and I got a lot of downloads. I got a lot of listens. Um, I recorded the first podcast, the very first episode, and when I go back and listen to it now, I be like, man, I was so inexperienced, bro. Like you could hear me, you could hear the nervousness in my voice. But then you go back to an episode like in season 5 or something, you can tell that I'm used to being on the camera, used to recording and talking and shit. So it I'm more naturally myself. I'm not nervous and shit like that. And it's like, man, when he said he fell back a little bit, I was like, man, me and bro created this shit together. Like I remember vividly. I remember vividly when me and him was brainstorming, texting each other back ideas about like the name of what the podcast is gonna be. We were naming it wrestling something like we were coming up with all types of crazy ass names. And I came up with Nerdvana something, and he was the one that said the Nerdvana Experience. So that even a title in itself became a collaboration between me and my brother. So I came up with Nerdvana, and he put experience behind it, the Nirvana Experience, and it just stuck. Like TNE, like the abbreviation for the Nirvana Experience, like that shit, like it just stick. And I just love it. I don't know. It's just something about it. It's something that we created together. So when I felt like I had to take on it and do it by myself, I was just sad about it, and I kind of lost my way. But like I say all the time, I understand, bro. He like, bro, married. He got kids. He got this job. Bro got stuff that he got to take care of. What versus me on the other hand, no kids, no girl, no wife, no nothing, and I just got basically all the free time in the world to focus and hit this content head on. So even though bro be behind the scenes and coming up with ideas and shit, he be on the episode once a month, type of shit, bro. I still like want him to be involved. Like the cover art for the season for the podcast, the theme song for the podcast, like anybody that's been listening to TNE from since the beginning, everybody already know that James he do all the production stuff as far as music and cover arts and stuff, and it mainly be me. I record and edit and upload and shit. It's a collaborative effort. And like I said a couple moments ago, when I felt like I had to do it myself, it did something to me. But I had to sit back, I had to think, and I was like, you know what? Both of us can do what we can do with this podcast and bring our strengths to this shit. Like with me, since I got so much free time, I can be the one recording and uploading and doing all type of shit. I remember bro used to get clips from the episode, like from the episode of the podcast. Bro used to get clips of the episode and do something with it, like with some type of AI or like animation. I forget what he was doing. He'll make it like a little clip about it and put it on TikTok. And I remember he was doing this shit like so like all the promotion and all that type of shit. My brother was doing. And he good at that type of shit. Me, I just like making the content. I just like making that shit. I just like editing it and calling it a day. I need to get involved more in the day to day like other stuff like as far as the business of it and uh the making of the profile and all the time. I need to do that, but I just haven't put my foot in it. But on the other hand, I'm gonna leave the link in the description to all this stuff in the description of the episode description. I made a Nirvana Experience subreddit. So like anybody who listens to it, if y'all got like any idea that y'all want to talk about or hear me say anything about, or talk to me or anything like that, man, shit, just hit me up on the subreddit. James, he made a Discord. I'm gonna get the links for all this shit. I made a Nirvana Experience Facebook page. It's like I'm starting all over from ground zero, and I want to invite anybody who listen to TNE to interact with me, interact with the brand, to like show us that y'all listen to the show and that y'all like the show and that y'all want to be a part of the community. And I said before when I was streaming a couple months ago, people who watch my content on YouTube or stream, something like that, or a fan of the podcast, no matter what form of entertainment outlet that you like, whether it's the gaming or the stream or anything, the podcast, you're all part of the village, and and the people in the village we call them Nirvanians. So if you want to become a Nirvanian, bro, just hit me up on any of the socials, subreddit, Discord. I'm gonna leave my Twitter down there, like anything, like just like we can just link up, do some stuff. I want to take this to the next level. Like uh, right now, I'm strapping myself in to get ready to take TNE to the next level, and I'm happy about that because it's been over a year. It's been a year and a half now, and I feel like I took a step back, but at the same time, I took a step forward because I acknowledged what I was doing and where my shortcomings was coming from. So I really, I'm really proud of myself for sitting back and like taking accountability for a lot of shit that's been going on with me personally, especially when it come down to the Nirvana experience. So that being said, uh, I always say this at the end of every episode, but I'm gonna say it now. To anybody that listen to the Nirvana experience, I appreciate you. Any new people that come and listen to this episode, thank you for taking time out your day, your night, just to listen to me talk and ramble about what I talk and ramble about. But a long time, Nirvanians, I appreciate y'all for sticking there with me, being there, supporting me, and I super appreciate y'all, man. Y'all just don't understand how much y'all just listen to the episode, like what that does for me. So like I really, really, really appreciate it. Um, like I said, this gonna be a just talk episode, so we're gonna get the episode out the way for the season. Um, so I came to the realization that I might not be um well, I don't want to sound like I got low self-esteem issues, but I don't know. I'm not ugly or weird looking. I'm just like in the middle. I'm medium. Like I had a woman to tell me that I'm medium fine. I'm like, what the fuck that mean? She like, you ugly but you look good at the same time. I'm like, what the fuck? Like what type of shit is that? Like, but then I understood what she was saying when she broke it down. I forgot what the girl said, but it made perfect sense when she broke this shit down. I'm like, oh well damn. I'm like, well, I guess. And another one thing that be attracting women towards me is my personality and the way I act and talk and shit. A lot of people say that I'm funny. Me personally, I don't believe I'm funny. Like Raquel said all the time. Like every time I talk to Raquel, she always say, "I love messing with you, Corey. It's fun. You're so funny." I'm like, bro, what? I'm like, bro, y'all don't be laughing when a comedian takes the stage. When anybody that's funny takes the stage, they say stuff to make you laugh with them. These motherfuckers don't be laughing with me because I don't be laughing. These niggas be laughing at me. And I'm like, damn, bro, what the fuck did like damn. And then every time I call her out on it and she just busts out laugh. I'm like, okay. I see what it is. You just love fucking with me. All right. But it's all good. And I had a revelation. I don't know if I should. Well, okay. I'm just I gotta be real with myself, and I gotta be honest with myself, and I gotta be honest with the people who I'm talking to, my listeners. I remember a couple months ago when I said when I do TNE and I do the Let's Talks, I got to be 100% honest with myself and 100% with the audience. So here you go. For the people that's new here, my mama passed away about 6 years ago, 6, 7 years ago when I was 25 years old. Um, my mom and my auntie relationship been kind of it's always been rocky, and it made my relationship with my auntie rocky. And I always thought, well, your mama got a sister, and something happened to your mama, your auntie and your grandma is the closest thing that you got left to a mama when yours leave. Uh, I didn't feel that way about my auntie. Uh, it took me years and years and years and years to let go of resentment towards her. Because I remember my mom used to sit up and like, I just want my sister to come over here and just talk to me. I just want my mama to come over here and just sit with me and just talk to me. And that shit used to do something to me, used to make me feel sometimes. I come like, damn, bro, y'all can talk to each other every day on the phone, but y'all can't come over here and sit with my mama. Like I used to real deal, like I used to be hot and tight about that shit, bro. I used to be like, bro, y'all on some bullshit. So I'm like, you know what? Okay, okay. Since you want to do my mom like that, fuck you. Like that was my attitude towards my auntie for a long time. As I got older, I became a man. I realized I realized that a lot of stuff that my auntie told me maybe was true. As far as when it come down to my mom and my dad and like their upbringing. Um, when my mama passed on, my auntie she had a car, and she haven't been driving that car for the longest. And she drove the car, or she had it sitting in her garage, like in her carport. My granddad was about to help her sell it, from my understanding. But instead of selling it, my auntie knew I needed a car. And even though I felt the way I felt towards her, she gave me her car. She gave it to me. I didn't even ask for it. She volunteered and gave me the car. And I was so grateful for it. I was so happy just to have it. And that was my first car. I was so happy and so grateful to have that car. I had it for 5 years before my brother totaled it out. But she didn't have to do that. And over the years I sat back and thought about that. I'm like, man, shit, my auntie didn't have to give me this car. Why would she do that? Was it my grandma influence? Did she feel guilty about my mama dying? No, like it was a lot of stuff that went through my mindset. And I came to the realization that my auntie gave me that car because she wanted to give me that car. She saw that I needed one, and out of the kindness of her heart, she gave it to me because I was her nephew, and she saw I needed one. Out of after a lot of soul searching, I brought myself to, I'm like, you know what? I want to have a conversation with her and talk to her and express myself. The moment I said that, a week or two later, my granddaddy ended up passing away, which is her dad. And that shit there caught me by surprise, and it devastated me because I had just talked to my granddad that Friday. He passed on that Sunday, and my granddad he was one of the men who really didn't express his emotions and stuff. And I was telling him because I remember I had called my granddad. They had a birthday party for him, but I didn't know I was at work. And I told my granddad, I was just calling to tell you that if I would have known about your birthday party, I would have came up there to the restaurant and all that type of stuff. I would have took out work and everything. And he was like, don't worry about it. That's what you got to do when you're a man and all that type of shit. And then I was like, granddad, I love you. I don't say it all the time, but I love you, and I'm glad that you were blessed to see another year. and all that type of stuff. And my granddad, he was like, I love you too. Like, he was like, I know I don't say it enough, but I love all my grandkids and all that type of stuff. I'm like, okay, granddad. And they were back in August or September, whenever his birthday is. I think my granddad's birthday is in August. Out. The fuck just hit me? Yeah, I think his birthday. As a matter of fact, let me find out when his birthday is. 'Cause I want to get this right. I want to get this right. Yep, it's in September. My granddad was born September 23rd, 1948. So it was in September that he had a birthday party, and I didn't get to go because I was at work, and I knew about it at the last second. But I'm glad that my sisters went, my nephews went, my auntie and my grandma, everybody was there. Fast forward to a couple months. I check on my granddad every week. Me and him talk 3 times a week: Monday, Wednesday, and maybe Friday and Saturday. Friday or Saturday. So fast forward to August. Mm-hmm. I talked to him that Friday. I'm like, Granddad, you all right? He's like, yeah, I'm good. No, I said, hey, Granddad, hey, how you doing? He was like, hey, how you doing? So we started laughing because both of us said the same thing. And I asked him, was he doing okay? He told me he was doing okay. And he ended up, we talked for a little bit. And I'll talk to you later, Granddad. He was like, I'll talk to you later. And that was the last time I talked to my granddad. But that was just like a little side story. So that's my auntie's daddy. Um, Getting back to me and my aunt, I knew how much she loved my granddad. She was a real deal daddy's girl. And when he passed on, I just can imagine how she felt, especially when she was the one who found him in his house and he was already passed on. And like I said, I just can imagine how she felt. 'Cause I just remember the day going in there and my mama had passed on and she had died and we found her body. It's not the best shit. It's like one of the worst feelings ever. Um, I started to have sympathy for my auntie because I know what it's like to lose a parent, and it made me feel bad. Like I wanted to cry. Like when I found out my granddad died, I was at work. I passed on. I was crying and everything. I couldn't even focus right, and they ended up sending me home because I'm like, bruh, I didn't expect my granddad death to hit me like that. Like I respected my granddad. And I was thinking to myself, like, my granddad wouldn't want me having these type of feelings towards my auntie, right? I went to sleep. Like, it was a little bit after my granddad's funeral. I went to sleep, and I had a dream that my auntie, I forgot what happened. Somebody died. I think it was my mom or somebody. And I was all by myself. I ain't have no family, no friends. It was just me dealing with the death of my mom by myself. And it was one of the most heartbreaking things ever. And I remember feeling so sad and the burden was so heavy that I had to pay for everything myself, do everything myself. And I was like, I ain't have nobody to lean on, nobody to talk to because I was so sad that my mom passed on. And I woke up and I remember I'm like, I need to talk to my auntie because I had another dream and I can't remember what that dream was. I called and told her about that dream, and I came to the realization, bro. Everybody have to live their own life. Everybody decisions that they make in their life, they got to live with those decisions. And that the same thing goes for my mom. My auntie, as far as I know, have never done anything intentionally to fuck me over. My auntie have never done anything intentionally to disrespect me. She never did nothing intentionally to hurt me. She even raised my sister for a couple years growing up, Monty never really did anything malicious towards me or my sisters or brothers or my mama for that matter. At least I don't think so. Siblings have they back and forth. My mama and my auntie they shit they were going through. They went through their stuff back and forth. But as far as as far as I go with me, after those dreams, after doing some soul searching, after thinking about it, after praying on it, after talking to God about it, I came to the realization that my auntie is not a villain. My auntie don't hate me. I know she loved me, Sandor and Darius, and Keith, like my brother and sisters. I know she loved all of us. She might not say it all the time. She might not talk to us all the time. But I know she loves us because I know she loves her sister, my mama. It just I don't know the right thing to say when it come down to that situation with my auntie. All I know is now that, since I talked to her, she told me, anytime you want to talk to me, you can call me. I'm always here. I'm always gonna be around. And when she said that to me, I don't know. I always talk to my grandma, my mama. But for some reason, when my auntie told me I can always call her and talk to her about anything, it gave me some type of reassurance that like I still have like a maternal figure around somewhere, like a mama figure somewhere. And it made me so happy, and I appreciated it. And just in here thinking about it now, the way I was thinking about my auntie growing up, it was just me just being childish and not knowing the full story, not knowing no better. Cause I know she don't listen to TNE, so I know she ain't gonna hear this. But it's just the fact that I was feeling this way towards that woman for no reason, and when I got older, now I feel, I understand life a little bit more. Um, I'm gonna say this before I move on from this subject. Uh, I ain't crying or nothing. It's just my nose messed up. My sinuses fucked up. Um, I have a much deeper and higher respect for my auntie now. I love my auntie. I'm grateful for her. She didn't have to give me her car when my mom passed on, but she did. And I'm not just saying that I love my auntie for material things or nothing like that. It just over the last past week or so, 2 weeks or so, just us talking just made me feel better. Like I said, I have much more respect for her. I appreciate her more. And I never hated my auntie. I just had a strong dislike because of what I was hearing secondhand. But I do love my auntie because me being a grown man and understanding what she was doing, and she did it from the kindness of her heart. Um, she didn't have to do that, so uh, I appreciate her. I love her, and I just hope our relationship get better and better over the next couple of years. Okay, let's move on from that shit. Uh, bruh. So anybody on this podcast know that I love Dragon Ball Z, and the newest Dragon Ball Z game, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, is the spiritual successor. I ain't gonna even say that. It is the direct sequel to Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. The only thing I got to say about the game is fucking perfect. Well, I ain't gonna say it's perfect. It's, you know what? The game is perfect. The game is fucking perfect. It's a mix. It's Tenkaichi. The game is a Tenkaichi game, right? But it got Rage and Blast elements from it. And that's the only thing I don't like. If that game was if that game was just a completely new game and it was strictly 10K with no Raging Blast in it, that game would be perfect. That game would be 100% perfect. See, that game like 99% perfect. But if that game was 100% perfect from if it had just like 10K and shit with no Raging Blast shit, that game be the best shit ever. The best shit ever. Because they game so it's so damn cheesy, the perception shit. I don't like that shit. Folks can get out my bullshit. Like folks just sit there and just you could tell when somebody just don't want to fight. They just want to sit there and just spam circle or R1 and do the perception shit. That's all they do. They don't even want to fight. They can't. It ain't no skill to get out this shit. Then they got Yajirobe broke ass. Soon as you beat his ass, his health he'll do some bullshit and knock you far away. He'll pop a Senzu and got all his health back. Like it's all types of stupid shit that going on in the game. But at the end of the day, I still love that hoe. Bro, as a matter of fact, right now, while I'm on my computer, I'm gonna see how many people is playing um Dragon Ball TKH on this on and it's only the numbers for Steam. It's only the number for Steam. So right now, it's 33,000 people playing that game only on PC on Steam. But 8 days ago, at its all-time peak, it was 122,554 people playing at one time. 24 hours ago, it was 57,465 people playing TK84. Bruh, this game, and this not even including the stats from Xbox and PlayStation. The stats from Xbox and PlayStation, when I last time I looked at it, at that time, it was like 600,000 people playing at one time, and that was just like the early access shit. That ain't even including like the day that they actually released, like for everybody. So this game is super super duper successful, super 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 successful. And I read a report the other day that within the first day of the game being released, the game sold 3 million copies. That might not sound like a lot, but for an anime arena fighter game, bruh, you'll be lucky to even sell 1 million. So to sell 3 million in one day, that's that cold shit. Because Dragon Ball Fighters, I don't even think Dragon Ball Fighters sold that many. I forgot how many. Let me see. Dragon Ball Fighters sales. Here we go. So as of May 2023, Dragon Ball Fighters have sold more than 10 million copies worldwide. It was the fastest Dragon Ball console game to reach this milestone. So yeah, think about it. As of last year, it sold more than 10 million copies. There we go. As of last year, the game sold 10 million copies. TKH 4 Sparking Zero sold 3 million copies in its first day. That ain't even since it first came out. So Dragon Ball Fighters for Contest came out in January of 2018. So from January of 2018 to May 2023, it sold more than 10 copies. TKH 4 came out last week. It came out last week and it already sold 3 million copies. So, know what I'm saying, bro? Like, whew, that game is one of the most successful games popping right now. What else I want to talk about? I want to talk about uh, the election and the politics and shit, but I have to do some more research and brush up on my knowledge about what's going on because I haven't really been paying attention to the debates or anything, and that's my fault because I need to pay attention to what's going on. But yeah, these actually be my favorite episode. The Let's Talk, where I'm just sitting down just rambling and people just listen to it. I'm gonna tell you who it remind me of. I don't know if y'all know who this is, but I have a handful of favorite comedians. But my most favorite comedian is uh Eddie Griffin, Bill Burr, Dave Chappelle, and Damon Wayans. Those four people in particular are my favorite comedians of all time. And Bill Burr, he got a podcast called the Monday Morning Podcast. Shout out to Bill Burr. He don't even know why it is, but shout out to Bill Burr. Uh, the way he do his podcast, he been doing it for years. He do his podcast. He just get on and just ramble. He just talk. He just talk. He just talk about what he feel, and I love that shit. And then what the Let's Talk episodes remind me of, like how Bill just get on there and just run his mouth and just vent and just say crazy shit. He'll say some of the most wildest shit and laugh at himself. And I'll be like, bro, and I'll be like, bro, how you? But yeah, those these episodes be remind me of. Let's see. I really before all right. So before I end this episode, I gotta say something, which is 100% the truth. Now I know last time I bullshitted, but I mean it this time, y'all. I mean it to the Nirvanians, to people who was part of this village, people who tune in to TNE every week to listen to what I gotta say for whatever reason. Um, I'm gonna start back making content every week. I already done started on my TikTok. I already done started posting back on my YouTube. So I'm getting back into the swing of shit. Like I'm real different to just start back posting shit. Um, like I said earlier, man, I just felt bad because James wasn't doing it with me no more. But I came to terms with that. Brett's still gonna help me out when he can, but I have to do this shit myself to make this shit, take off. And that's cool. Because like I was the one that wanted to do podcasts anyway. Shit, I'm the one who wanted to fucking uh do a podcast since 2019. So shit, I'm finally in the position to be able to record my podcast and do it the way I want to. Might as well go on and hit it full force and hit it head on. Now I don't know what I'm gonna talk about each and every week, but shit, I'm gonna find out something. I know one thing though. I don't want to do red pill content. I don't want to do that shit at all because I'm tired of that shit. So I don't want to do red pill content. And yeah, man. I'm gonna figure it out. I just know pretty soon we're gonna have Core TV on here because it's some stuff that he want to talk about, some stuff that he want to promote, and stuff that he need to get on Core TV, and hopefully I can find some other people to collaborate with. I'm gonna do some networking. I'm gonna find out something. I'm gonna do something because we finna make this shit work. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just, bruh, I don't want to keep working like the way I'm working my whole life. I want to make this a career. I want to make talking to people a career, not driving cars or doing all that type of shit. I want to do this shit full time. And with y'all help and with me putting forth the effort and doing what I gotta do and staying consistent, man, we can do this shit. We can make this shit come true. Uh, like I say at the end of every episode, uh, if this your first time listening to TNE, I really appreciate you taking the time out your day or your night to listen to me talk, listen to me ramble. For the returning Nirvanians, I appreciate y'all for holding me down, sticking there with me, being there with me. Even though I've been gone for a little while, I appreciate it. I love every last one of y'all. I fuck with y'all because y'all fuck with me. Um, as I said earlier, uh, hit me up on the socials like the Nirvana Experience. I'm gonna leave a link to everything in the description. Uh, hit up all the Discord or the subreddit, whichever one you feel more comfortable with, Facebook and all that type of stuff. It don't even to me it don't even matter which one. As long as you talking to me, I can get them an idea of the type of people who I'm interacting with, who I'm reaching and stuff like that. Because when I look at the analytics, I see where I'm reaching, like the reach that I got. I see who listen, but I don't know who the personalities is behind the listens. So that'll give me to like get closer to y'all and understand my audience. Uh yeah, man, just like Discord, Facebook, subreddit, Twitter. I like just hit me up on all the socials. And like I say every time, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Thank y'all. And be looking forward to the next episode next week. I'm for real this time. It ain't gonna be no damn near 3 months before I release the episode. So until next time, peace.